Yo, what is good everybody? Welcome back to another video on Jujutsu Infinite, and today I have been testing a couple of combos or techniques to see which one works best against bosses, because bosses is what I grind at least the most, and I think I found one of the best innate techniques in the game for grinding bosses, and it's not even that hard to get. It is completely common, it is completely easy to obtain, and everybody, or at least for the most part, most people have been overlooking it for special grades, and I'll tell you right now, people might be switching over to this soon. By the way, if you want to know, I've been doing this in the sandbox. It's free, you get everything in there, and you can basically test out builds and just play in the game with maxed out stats. Now, before we get started, as always, if you guys want to leave a comment or you guys have any questions, go down to the description and type it down there. And while you're down there, please like, subscribe, and turn on the noties, because it's all free and it helps me out a ton. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started by revealing what the hell this innate technique is. So if I go to the main menu and we go to the customize, as you can see, the innate technique is not demon vessel, the innate technique is not infinity, the innate technique is ratio. Ratio is a rare and it has been overlooked by a lot of people, but some people out there have been seeing it. I seen it, and its potential, it is goated in PvE, especially against bosses. So before I explain to you guys why it's goated, let me show you some things and requirements that you really need. For ratio to work, you kind of want a black flash / divergent fist build. So for my build, I have basically all of the technique maxed out except for these other skills right here. I have divergent fist and second impact just so I could get that extra damage when I'm winning. And then for focus, when I get the black flash mastery, I have everything maxed out basically except for token, because you really don't need that. Your tokens get used up basically immediately, so you don't need any more than 3. And you also don't need the sparks of black, which is the final upgrade for black flash, because the variants, honestly, I haven't really seen that much use for them in PvE, and this is a PvE orientated build, so just follow that tree. And then for the rest of the points, you just dump it into health, like get as much health as possible, because sometimes, you know, some things might go wrong and you want to survive as long as possible. You could also get this brain heal. This gives you domain meter, and domain is honestly really useful for this build because you want to use it before the boss uses his domain, so you could at least clash or override his, so you do more damage and he doesn't do some stupid things alongside his domain. But honestly, I get my domain pretty quickly, and why did I just get that? I did not mean to get that, but I get my domain meter pretty quickly, so I don't need to get it. And also, the parrying in this game is not really that great in my opinion. It's kind of wonky, so that's why I also didn't get those. But you could probably get that if you master the parrying. That's all you really need: max out focus, max out technique, and get some HP. And then the 2 moves you need for ratio is ratio technique 7-3 strike, and then ratio technique unwavering output. They are very easy to get. There's not a lot of moves on ratio, so you can only get these 2 right here. If you need a mode, I'm using Sukuna mode right here, Demon Vessel Switch. This gives me a lot of stats, but if you need a mode, I recommend getting overtime. This will give you some pretty good stats as well. Now, some other things that can make this build work better is an awakening that does M1 damage or black flash damage, energy nature that does M1 damage or increases damages in general, and then any armor that will help you in PvE, especially the demonic ones, because those I believe give you black flash damage. But honestly, the main things you need is the skill tree, the abilities, and just knowing how to play. Without further ado, let's go ahead and showcase what ratio does against bosses by defeating a 4-star Sukuna. So here we are in the boss raids. We'll click 4-star and we'll click on High-End Imaginary Demon. So this is probably the strongest boss in the game, and I'll tell you this right now, we are about to defeat this guy in under 2 minutes, specifically around like 1 minute and 10 seconds. And I'll even have a timer on the screen. It might not be 1 minute and 10 seconds, but it will be around that time. So let's go ahead and start, and let's see if I could reach my goal. All right, here we are. I'm gonna do slash buff for the buffs. I'm gonna use switch for the mode, use divergent fist, and let's run up on Sukuna right now. The first thing I'm gonna do is dismantle as always, and then reversal red, get launched backwards, and go sideways, forwards, sideways, and let's use the second impact. Nice. The technique, unwavering output, get launched backwards. We're gonna hold F. Nice. Second impact, and now we could probably use black flash with 7-3 strike. Look at that. 2,000 damage, and I don't even have max stats. Jump in the air, hold E. There we go, let go. Second impact, and just keep rinsing, repeating. Look at the HP on him. We're gonna pop domain right now because he's almost at half, and we don't want him popping domain because yeah, it's a lot annoying. It's a lot more annoying than you think, and it takes a lot of time to get him out of that cutscene. And you could also lose, so it's better to do it this way than any other way. Let's use black flash. Let's use second impact. Let's pop divergent fist again. Come backwards, hold E, go back onto him. Let's use black flash with strike. Nice. Output. dismantle, and he's basically dead, just like that. Quick, easy, simple. Ratio is one of the best techniques out there. I'm telling you, bro. It does so much damage. Like 2k and then a k for that one. Like, it's nuts. So as long as you know what the boss does and you could defend yourself from the moves and you could land the black flash as well with the 7-3 strike, then you are doing good with ratio. You're going to be killing bosses in under 2 minutes and even in under a minute and 30 seconds. It is absolutely nuts. And I hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys later. Peace.